Hello again, my name is Dave from the Rigol UK team at Telonic Instruments Limited. Once again, we've got the M301, Rigol's new data acquisition product here. This is a fantastic multifunction rack unit that you can customise to do many different functions for data acquisition, including the monitoring of accurate signals. It's got a 6.5 digit digital multimeter built into the M301, very cost effective way of doing that. And it can monitor hundreds of signals if you put in the correct cards. There's a wide range of cards to choose from. Today we're looking at one card in particular. We're looking at the MultiFunction card, which I'm going to talk to you about right now. This is very useful for monitoring digital signals and can be used to control as well, and can be used to count what's going on in a changing environment. So here we see the slots in the back of the instrument. I'm just going to let us zoom in on that little display right here. It's showing you the cards that are loaded into the back of the rack in this unit. So you can see it's very compact. So we have over here the MC301, which is a digital multimeter, powerful 6.5 digit digital multimeter, capable of making accurate measurements including temperature, voltage, resistance, 2-wire and 4-wire. It's the equivalent of Rigol's M301 product, which itself costs almost more than half as much as this unit itself. The second unit we've got in here is a Multiplexer Card. I've just selected this in blue. We're not using that today. That's an example of one of the cards you can buy. You can buy up to 64 multiplex inputs per slot. They can be wired to a 2-wire bus in any configuration that you like, so that they can be used as inputs and outputs. And finally, the card we're going to be talking about today, the MC3534 multifunction card. I'll just run over for you just how capable that card is. If we push this little button here which says single on it, that's a single setup, and it's going to show us what's packed into that card. So across the top here we've got 4 digital 8-bit ports. Each of those ports can be configured as an input or an output. You can set them up, all of the data lines on that port, and this module comes with a very nice little breakout box, and you can see those 4 ports here, port 1, 2, 3, 4. I just move our wiring out of the way, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go through what these other functions are on this breakout box, because they relate to what is controlled and read in the M301. So the second row down here, what you can see here is 4 totalizer counters, which will do the counting of various threshold signals that you can set up in complicated ways as triggers. Finally, we've got along the bottom here, we have 4 Dac modules as well. So these DACs, digital to analog converters, can be set up to provide you with accurate analog signals, each of which again is available on this multifunction card. So what I'm going to do today, I'm actually going to show you generating a digital signal, how easy it is to do that. I've actually set up this port here already to write out the digital code hex 3A. So you can see that port 1 is set up, and I can change that if I wanted to go in and change it. I could change that right now to write a different value, but right now that's what it's set up to write out, 3A. Okay, so I also have port 4 set up as an input right here, and at the moment that's just reading FF because all of the lines are floating. But what we've done on this breakout box is to wire port 1 across to port 4. We've done it in an interesting way, which swaps over data line 0 into data line 7, data line 1 into 6, 2 into 5, 3 into 4, 4 into 3, etc. So effectively the 8-bit bus is folded over. So it comes out of port 1, gets folded over by this ribbon cable, and comes back into port 4. So right here what we're going to do is to enter monitor mode, and straight away it gives me the opportunity to add some monitoring signals. I'm going to add our output port number 301 to that. There we go. And it's added, and then I'm going to add another one. I'm going to add our output port, our input port 304, that relates to port 4 because the module is in slot 3. That's done, and immediately you can see that we're outputting the code 3A and we're reading back in the code FF. So let's see what happens when I actually plug our breakout box into the back of the unit. Very readily just pops in there, and immediately as that I push that in, you can see that the strange code 5C appears on our input bus. If I remove it, and once again with it back in again, it just goes back to 5C. So what we've shown is this multifunction card is extremely easy to set up to monitor digital ports, and an extremely powerful module to make the M301 capable of monitoring digital signals. There are many other cards that you can add, including RF switching cards, crossbar switches, and also cards for controlling actuators. So do take a look at our Rigol UK website to see the range of cards available for this powerful, flexible data acquisition platform.